guys, it's Candace from Beacon Hill Books. I'm here with a currently reading, weekly reading, even though probably it's been 2 weeks since I last uploaded. I've been reading some longer books, so I finished one book and one graphic novel, and I'm almost done with one book, and I'm buddy reading a book. So, I finished The History of Bees by Maja Lunde. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. She is a Norwegian author, so this was translated. I've spoken about this before in my other videos, but this story, just quickly, it follows three storylines and three different points of time, and it has to do, those points of time correlates to the story of the status of bees at that time. So one in the past history, one more current time when the colony collapse disorder happens, and one in the future when the bees have disappeared in this future. And it was a very interesting story. I mean, at first I thought the stories were separate, and each story kind of had a commonality besides the bees of really a parent and their son. One of the storylines was extremely aggravating for me because the father was two of the storylines, the father was obsessed with their son, and that was aggravating to me. And one of the stories, there was a daughter that he paid no attention to. But at the end, there is a common thread, which brings it all together, which is the one in the future. And so I gave this a 3.5 stars, and I rounded it up to 4. It was interesting. In the middle, it lagged for me, and it was unfortunate, but I still enjoyed it. I also finished I Hate Fairyland Volume 1, Madly Ever After. That's by Skottie, and I was just in the mood for something light. I'm in the middle of 2 other big books, and I think I just wanted some bright colors. I was attracted to this book by the cover. It's my usual, I wrote in my review, I did grow up in the 80s, so I'm a Lisa Frank lover at heart. And it's kind of the opposite, because it's bright, artistic, almost cartoony type graphics, but then it's has a dark side to it. So I wasn't completely in love with the storyline, but I loved the graphics and the characters. So I gave this 3 stars. And then I'm probably going to finish either tonight or tomorrow Fool's Fate, which is the 3rd book in the Tawny Man trilogy by Robin Hobb. I'm at that point. I don't know if you guys feel this way with Robin Hobb. There's a point sometimes where you're okay, I try and read a chapter a night, and then you get to a point where you're okay, I can't, I need to just finish this. I don't want to put this book down, and that's where I am at this. It started at 65%. I'm at 80%. It's really good. I don't want to give too much away, but it has the same cast of characters with the Fool and Fitz and Prince Dutiful and Shade, and they have to go to an island to help the prince sort of do this quest to prove his worth for an Narcheska marriage. And it took a turn that I did not see. I did not expect this. So I'm really, really enjoying that book. And then the other book that I'm buddy reading with Liz from Book Learning is Team of Rivals by Doris, Kearns, Goodwin. Liz is I feel she's a resident Lincoln specialist. She knows so much, and we both love Abraham Lincoln. So we've been trying to read about a chapter a night, which is about, depending on the chapter length, anywhere from 30 to 60 pages maybe. But it really encompasses the story of 4 gentlemen. One is Lincoln, and 3 other that are that ran against him for the Republican Party. There's William Henry Seward, who was the New York senator. There's Salmon B. Chase, who was the Ohio governor, and there's Eber Bates, who was a Missouri elder statesman, and then Lincoln. And so far we've kind of just getting to know them and their past, and how there was some differences, but actually a lot of similarities between them all. And yeah, so Liz and I call this Abe is our Bay. Abe is Bay, and we are enjoying this book. We know it might take a little bit, but we're okay with that because it is a nonfiction dense book, but also very enjoyable so far. So that's what's on my docket for the weekend. I got a tag I need to put out at some point. And I'm wondering what your guys are reading this weekend. I'll try and catch up on some videos as well. But let me know what book you're reading and how everything is going. In terms of shows, this is just brief. I just finished watching The Defiant Ones, which is on HBO, and that is about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine, which has shades of Straight Outta Compton, but like it is a little bit more, obviously has the real person of Dr. Dre, and then his everything, like his producer, the one that helped him get into Interscope Records and do beats and do Apple Music, and it's only 4 episodes, so I highly recommend it if you can watch it. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.